Okay, so what if I told you that the main thing separating you from wealth isn't some brilliant one-in-a-million idea? What if it's something way, way simpler? A single habit that you could literally start practicing today. Let's dig into that. So, what is this number one rule? What's the big secret? It's the principle that turns thoughts into things and ideas into empires. And you know what? The answer is just one word: speed. The gap between idea and execution is the only thing keeping you poor. Wow, that is a pretty bold statement, right? But if we're being honest, there is so much truth packed into that one sentence. So what exactly is this gap that sits between our best ideas and our best results? This is the gap where all those brilliant concepts, those potential side hustles, those life-changing projects, well, this is where they go to die. It's that huge empty space between saying, I have a great idea, and actually saying, okay, I've started. And here's the crucial part. This gap is measured in both distance and time. The longer you wait, the wider it gets. Every single "I'll do it tomorrow" just adds another foot to the chasm you have to cross. It literally gets harder with every passing day. And this is where all those ideas end up. The idea graveyard. It is filled with the ghosts of what ifs and could have beens. And look, it's a place we've all visited, right? But today, we're finding the way out for good. So how do we escape? Well, the antidote to this gap, the key that unlocks the gate of the graveyard, is something we're going to call the velocity of wealth. This is the core concept that can completely flip the script, turning that inaction into pure momentum. Now, let's be super clear about this. Velocity isn't just about frantic, chaotic energy. It's not about hustle culture for the sake of being busy. No, it is speed with direction. It's knowing exactly where your target is and moving toward it, quickly and with purpose. And this brings us to a fundamental choice in how we think, a choice between two roles that we all play at different times. Are you the perfectionist who waits for every single star to align, or are you the executor who just makes things happen? So which side do you lean towards? The perfectionist who gets tangled up in analysis paralysis? You know the type. Let's say you want to launch a website. The perfectionist spends 6 months designing the logo and debating color schemes. The executor? They use a simple template, get a basic site live in a single weekend, and immediately start getting real feedback. See, the executor gets it. A good enough plan today is infinitely better than a perfect plan that never ever sees the light of day. So why does speed win pretty much every time? Well, it boils down to 3 huge things. First, momentum. An object in motion stays in motion, right? It's physics. The same is true for your projects. Second, feedback. The real world gives you data way faster than you debating it in your own head ever could. And third, opportunity. Those windows of opportunity, they don't stay open forever. And the fast movers are always the ones who get through before they slam shut. Okay, so we get the why. Theory's great, but let's get practical. How do you actually do this? Here is a simple 3-step framework you can use to crank up your own velocity starting right now. This is your action plan. Step 1, the 72-hour rule. When you get a new idea, that initial spark of excitement is pure fuel. You have to use it before it evaporates. You got 3 days. Step 2, find the first domino. Don't think about building the whole staircase. Just find the very first tiniest step. Is it buying a domain name, making one phone call? That's your domino. And step 3, embrace good enough. Your first version is not going to be perfect. And you know what? That's the whole point. Get it out there and let the real world tell you how to make it better. You know, when you boil it all down, it really comes back to this one simple truth. Your ideas, they live inside your head. That's your internal world. But the results you want, the success, the money, the impact, they all live out here in the external world. Action is the only bridge between the two. So, enough talk. Let's make this real. Let's turn learning into doing. I've got a challenge for you, and it starts the very moment this explainer ends. 24 hours. That's your window. This isn't a maybe next week kind of thing. This is a right now thing. The next 24 hours is your chance to take that first step and start building your bridge.
So I'll leave you with this final question. Think about that one idea you've been sitting on, that project you keep putting off. What is the one single, smallest domino that you can push over in the next 24 hours? Don't just think about it, decide on it, and then go act on it. That's how you build velocity.